good?
All good.
Hello everybody. We'll take just a few seconds here to let everybody log on that wants to watch. Thanks for tuning in. Good? Everybody there? All right, thanks for tuning in once again. And first off, we'll apologize. Just as soon as we got ready to get started here, the temperature dropped and the wind picked up. So Aaron's going to do his best to try and keep the wind from messing with the audio. That was really messing with us the other day out here. So we'll get started. Thanks again for tuning in for another episode of the Outdoor Home Stay at Home live cooking demonstration show. So every day at 1 o'clock, we're coming to you live from a location and cooking on a grill. We all need to stay safe and stay at home, but that doesn't necessarily mean we have to stay inside. So what we're trying to do is show you a different recipe each day to get you to where you go outside and try something new on the grill. Even on a day like today, it's a little cold. I don't know that I would stay outside around the grill, but you can certainly put something on and go back inside. Today, we're doing one of my favorite products. I cook this stuff all the time. It's called sourdough. So we're going to bake bread on the Big Green Egg today. They have a whole bunch of flavors, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But it's a company called Sourdough out of Nashville, Tennessee. They make beer bread. So it's a mother and son venture. The mom was big into baking breads and all. Basically grew up in a family baking bread, and that was her passion. And her son had a passion for brewing home beer. So they merged the two together. Their two passions together formed a company called Sourdough, and they make beer bread, several different flavors. So a little bit about baking. We'll get started here. We're at 350 degrees on this. We've talked about this in some of the other classes that we've done. That's about a finger opening on the bottom and just a little bit opening on the cap to maintain that temperature. And just a couple things that we'll stress again on baking if you're going to try and bake in your grill your Big Green Egg. You want clear. Aaron's got a good shot there. You can see there's no smoke coming out of there. You can put that flavor profile in there if you want, but for bread, I don't think you're going to want a smoky flavor. You're not going to want to taste last week's pork shoulder drippings that are on your convector. So you got to keep that convector clean by doing so, just using the actual disposable pan that's underneath there. So the second thing I would make sure that you do is preheat. You can't just rush. Anytime you're baking bread in the house, you have to let the oven preheat to make sure it's good and warm. You want to do the same thing to the egg. Plan ahead of time, get it up to temp, get it at 350 with everything in there, let it come up to temp, and make sure it's good and warm before you actually get started. So we're going to make one of these today, one of these flavors on the sourdough. And we'll get started. Everything comes in the bag. We've got the different flavors today. We are doing the cranberry and orange, but everything you need comes in the actual bag itself. Actually, first, we're going to bake it in one of these. And I'm actually thinking we've got one in here, which I might pull off so it can cool down a little bit so that we can eat it. Actually, we'll mix this up real quick. So you just want to do a little cooking spray. Wind's starting to pick up on us.
Switch sides.
Yep, I want to do this over here so I don't wear it. That'll make it easier to get out of the pan. Okay, maybe if I put that there, it won't blow away on us. Actually, that will help as well. So everything in the ingredients is actually inside the bag itself. First things first, the beer comes first. Now we're actually going to use a strong apple cider for this recipe because it's fruit based. You can use any beer that you like. You can experiment with different beers. Each one uses whichever beer that you prefer. And in this case, this one, they have different levels. Some of them take the entire beer. This one actually calls for 10 ounces, so we're going to use most of this and do the liquid first, and then there's just a couple ounces left, and I think you know where that's going to go. Okay, then it's just a matter of adding the mix. and then you just stir this in to incorporate. You can actually see the actual cranberries in the mix now as I start to just want to incorporate the beer, or in this case the cider. If you're not into either one of those, you can also use just carbonated water. Just follow the recipe. Just want to make sure that soaks up on the flour there. And we do have one of these that's getting ready to come off, so you won't have to wait to see what the finished product looks like. Okay, so then I just add this to my disposable pan. We sell these are really handy. A lot of times I'll use these for sides when I'm doing barbecue, but it makes great for baking on the egg. And the egg keeps all the moisture in all the food that you cook, so you'll see here in a second, the breads just come out great. They rise really nice. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of flatten that out. There we go. That's what it looks like, beer bread. And that is cranberry orange. So we will put this in the egg and let this one cook. This recipe, they vary a little bit. This one is 50 minutes at 350 degrees. Here's the one that is ready to come out. Take this one off first. So that's been in there just about 50 minutes. Put that in place right there in the center of the rack. You can see the drip pan here. So we'll bake that 350 degrees for 50 minutes. I'm going to let this cool down just a few minutes and just talk about the bread. They also have, and I brought a list of the flavors. They've got quite a few. All of these we have in stock. So if you're interested, apple fritter, cornbread, cheesy garlic, classic white, rosemary, hatch green chili cheddar, sun-dried tomato pesto, herb and olive focaccia, salted caramel banana, cinnamon swirl, honey wheat, buffalo oven, buffalo wing, cranberry orange we did today, and gingerbread. And actually they've got a sale right now on the gingerbread that we have left over from the holiday season. I've tried 4 or 5 of those, and every time they're just outstanding. Really good results on the couple things. We're trying to keep everybody to stay safe, so you can stay at home. Just call the store or go to outdoorhome.com and we can bring anything to you. We're offering delivery on all the products, and then we also have curbside pickup. If you need to get down here but you don't want to get outside your car, we can help you there as well. So let's see if we can put a glove on. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments and we'll certainly answer as soon as we can. Sourdough is a real fun, easy way to do bread. And heck, nowadays, if you're out of flour, it's kind of hard to find flour to make bread at home. It's even hard to find bread at times. This is super easy. We've got all the different flavors in stock. It's a lot of fun, makes a great side dish. Okay, so that just popped right out of there. You can reuse these pans if you want to. And they come in 8 packs, which is really handy. Okay, so there's our nice loaf of bread. And we'll do a virtual bite like we've done. It's a little hot, but Aaron won't mind. Let that cool a little bit. I haven't tried this one. I'm not a big cranberry fan, but I'm looking forward to trying this. All right, here it comes, Aaron. Sourdough beer bread, baked on the big green egg, cranberry orange.
That's good.
That's solid. I like it. And again, you can use beer, you can use carbonated water, or in this case we did the Strongbow Gold Apple Hard Cider, and hey, it's Friday, so we got to make beer bread, and you knew that was going to happen. So, just because you have to stay home doesn't mean you have to stay inside. Get out and try something new on the grill. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see everybody again tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Thank you.